What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk to y'all tonight about the relationship between Citadel and Fidelity. And by the end of the video, you're going to understand what that relationship is and why they give their order flow to Citadel for free. But before I get started, I told y'all I was going to get these things, and here they are, all right? And I've already started putting one together. It looks like this. When you open it up, it's the petition over here that everybody signed. We got 16,254. And over here is the argument as to why King Griffin needs to go. Now, there's a couple of things I want to change here, and there's the address card for them to be able to get in touch with me. Now, I don't like the fact that it's in black and white, because the picture itself is light blue, and I kind of like the idea of the visual optics of it to be light blue, white border, dark navy blue. All right, that's what it says here, navy blue. But I think that appearance matters, people, whether you understand it or not. But the thing is, I want them to get the folder, and when they open it up, right there on the left-hand side is a picture of bitch-ass King Griffin. That's what half of them's going to think. What has this bitch-made motherfucker done now? All right, where 16,000 people want him out of the stock market. That's half our audience. That's a good thing. Or if you're a King Boy fan club member, then you're going to open it, you're going to see King Griffin, you're going to see that 16,000 people want to get rid of his ass, and you're going to say, uh-oh, what's going on here? And then they'll reach for the proposal itself. And I must tell you, it is a very masterful piece of art here that I've written. And I give all credit to God for the way this is turning out, for giving me the knowledge and the wisdom of learning throughout a lifetime that this is what it's going to take to beat these son bitches with, okay? So there you go. I'm almost done. It's nice, pretty, and it's vinyl. It's very, very pretty. Now, let's get on about the relationship between King Griffin and Fidelity. And before we get started, I want you to hear a clip from the GameStop hearing from somebody named Representative Sherman, okay, who is grilling King Griffin. I mean, he's putting the thumb screws to King Griffin. I want you to listen to what he says, and then we're going to talk about why he asked that question. Let's pay attention.
Mr. Griffin, you're a market maker. You pay some brokers for order flow. You don't pay others for order flow. So when you pay for order flow, you're not making as much on the transaction. You have to pay some of that back to the broker.
Now, that's not bad. That's a pretty good opening there. He's pretty cordial to Kenny Boy, and he's asking him, before we get started here, because he only has 5 minutes, let me make sure I get this understood. You receive order flow, and you pay for order flow to one set of brokers, and you don't pay for the order flow on other sets of brokers. Now that we can understand, both sets send King Griffin their order flow, okay?
So if you get an order from Fidelity and you get an order from Robinhood, and you're paying for the Robinhood order flow, is the Robinhood customer getting as good a price as the Fidelity customer, Mr. Griffin?
Now, Representative Sherman just made a leap here. I want to make sure you understand that. He was talking about a payment for order flow broker and a non-payment for order flow broker. And now that it's understood that both send their order flows to Citadel, does Citadel give precedent to the one that they don't have to pay for? And does Robinhood customers get a worse deal because they're getting paid for the order flow? And he wants to make sure, is it level here? The only answer out of Ken Griffin's mouth should have been, of course they get treated the same. We don't take precedent. That's just the way it is. But there is something that separates the two. And I'm going to tell you what it is before the end of this video, but let's keep listening.
So, Congressman, I believe that's an excellent question. The execution quality that we can provide as measured in terms of price improvement is heavily related or correlated to the size of the order that we receive.
I'm asking you a clear question. Assuming same size of order, one comes in from Robinhood, one comes in from Fidelity. Is it not true that one is going to get a enhanced best execution, and the other one is just going to get best execution?
So as I was trying to explain, because the Robinhood order comes from a community of traders who tend to trade in smaller size.
That isn't my question, sir. You're evading my question by making up other questions. Let me repeat. 2 identical orders come in. Same stock, same quantity. One's from Robinhood, one's from Fidelity. What happens?
The quality of the execution varies by the channel of the order. This is a commonly understood phenomena in economics that channels matter.
Okay, let me reclaiming my time, sir. Who gets the better deal? The one that comes from a broker who is being paid for order flow, and one not. Can you testify that on balance there is no difference, assuming the same size of the order?
Now, I believe Representative Sherman did a great job at putting the thumb screws to Ken Griffin here. And Ken Griffin, let me give you a word of advice, buddy. I'd fire them lawyers you got, okay? The ones you paying $2,000 an hour for, because what was supposed to happen is as that man was asking questions, they should have been holding up a fucking sign to him and saying, nobody gets special treatment. And they didn't. Ken Griffin sitting there like a fucking deer in the headlights. He don't know what to say. When the only answer that he really should have said, and it would have ended the question here, of we don't give special treatment to nobody. Period. I have one question. Mr. Griffin, why would Fidelity send you their order flow? Why you got Robinhood, who received $613,000 for January for their order flow to Citadel, and in February they got paid $422,000 for their order flow to Citadel? Can you explain to us why Fidelity would send you their order flow for free? No compensation. Why? What's the relationship between you and Fidelity to where Fidelity would forego millions of dollars of profits a year by selling you the order flow? Why do they give it to you for free? Now, if you can understand the answer to that question, you'll have it all figured out. You'll have it all figured out. Because that's the final question that has to be answered. When the rubber meets the road, why do non-payment for order flow brokers send their order flow to Citadel and the other market makers? Figure that out. You'll have everything else figured out. Love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video.